She's a fighter. She's the warrior. She's everything for me. I remember by being young, we would see her go out of her ways to give us the best what we could have. My father died. I was young, so she raised me and my brother, and she would do everything that she could do to keep us uh, happy and healthy and fed. She never lost hope. Even when things are bad, she look at me like, you see, everything that happens to us, it has a positive thing on it. She would yell at me when I did some wrong things, but that's the part of it. I think that's what made me what I am today. I'm Adriano Dos-Santos, a Brazilian professional boxer, and I share hope.
Welcome to I Share Hope, the podcast where world leaders share their real stories of hope and how you can use actionable hope to start changing your life today. And now, here's your host, Chris Williams.
Well, Adriano Dos-Santos, thank you for joining us today. I'm really interested in this conversation. You have shared hope with me in the past. We met on a trip, and you are a boxing champion of Brazil. I believe you actually won the Brazilian title, if I'm not mistaken. You're a phenomenal translator, and you're doing a lot of photography. You lead a lot of tours. You're still training yourself and also training competitive fighters. And just an instantly hopeful person. You know, you can meet somebody every now and then. They just light the room up and light up whoever's around them. And Adriano, that is you. So thanks for your time today. And I'm looking forward to the conversation. So tell me a little more about you, and then I'll jump into the questions.
Thank you. I thank you. It's my pleasure to be here and be able to be part of this awesome project that you have. And a little about me. As you said, I'm from Brazil. I'm a professional boxer. That's the reason why I came to the United States and end up in Las Vegas. And actually, I always never lived anywhere else but Las Vegas. So I was supposed to be in Miami, had a little trouble in Miami, got a bus from Miami all the way to Vegas. 5 days later, and no English, I was in Vegas with a backpack and full of hope and dreams. Because I think that's all we got. I had a lot of dreams and a lot of hope that things would be right. And at the end of the day, it did. Because I did what I came here to do. I boxed, I trained, I went back home. I won the national title. I was Brazilian champion as professional, was 3 times. I won 3 times.
Wow.
I fought for the South America, fought for Latin American title. Didn't lose the South American, but didn't win. I didn't get the title for political and financial reasons with the promoter.
Yeah.
But then we're here. Then I'm in Vegas. Been 14 years over here. I love the city, like people that I met over here, like everyone, and I don't know. I think that's a little bit about me. I have a long story. If I'm gonna talk about, it's gonna be a lot on my way back. Actually, there's a funny thing that I would like to talk about too. When I got here first, so I have my whole. Didn't meet casual. We had my whole issues on the beginning when I got here first.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy that's supposed to meet me at the airport wasn't there, so he was in Vegas, and I had to come to Vegas. I didn't speak English. I didn't have enough money to come to Vegas. And he told me to get the best bus system that I would ever find in the United States. And it would be really cheap. So since I speak Spanish too, my main language is Portuguese. I went to the information in Miami. Everybody in Miami speaks Spanish, so you don't have to worry about English, technically. That's what they say. So I was sent to the Greyhound, which was the best bus system I would ever see in my life, as he states. So I got a Greyhound. 5 days later, I was arriving in Los Angeles because my money wasn't enough to come to Vegas. But I never lost hope. I was going to be in Vegas, and I came to Vegas.
You went from Miami
to Los Angeles for 5 days.
On a Greyhound bus.
Enough. Yeah. The thing is, I had, because I arrived, I bought a phone card. I had $200 because everything was paid for.
Yeah.
I should stay in Miami training. So I had $200 in my pocket just to buy little things because I'm going to stay 3 weeks and go back home. I arrived, I bought a phone card that was $5, $195. and I bought a bottle of Coca-Cola. I don't drink soda anymore, so I won't go to that problem. It was another $2.50, so 192.50 I had to take the bus, another 250, so 190. When I arrived in at the bus station, I think was 189 to come to Vegas.
And
it was 5 days.
And you had 190 left. Oh wow!
I like 189, 5 days, $1 left. I'm not gonna be able to eat, right? So I look and say, hey, how much is to Los Angeles? They're like, oh, to Los Angeles was 165, I think. I was around there, was the number close. I said, okay, I'll go to Los Angeles. Was something close enough to the 180, was enough money so I could buy something to eat in between.
It seems like Los Angeles would be more expensive than Vegas. It seems farther away.
Was November 16th when I arrived here. And I don't know exactly what happens in Vegas in November. There was a big convention that makes everything go expensive. I think that's why things were more expensive at that time than here. Like the tickets come here.
Okay.
For some reason, I figured that out later in my years.
So you still had 30 or 40. Well, you had like $25 left to eat lunch on.
I had like 195, 165. So it was $25. I thought about buying bread and milk.
Yeah.
But I was like, because I did backpacking and things before, not backpacking itself, but go to training camps, and I always had like kind of rough life when you go training boxing. Nothing's the way you think it would be.
Huh.
So with that money, I said, okay, I can buy milk and bread and go. I was like, but milk gonna go bad in 5 days, so I'm not able to buy milk. I'm gonna buy water. Instead of buy bread, I buy sweets because they're gonna feed me. So I did that way. And I met this guy on a bus that was on the bus station, was from Cuba. He rode 2 days on the bus with me, and he was explaining me how things work and telling me like if you get out of the bus when I'm not here, you stick around the driver. Anywhere the driver goes, you goes with the driver. You go with the driver. Don't leave the driver away. Don't let him go away, because if you leave and the bus leaves, they're not gonna give you like a refund. So you're gonna lose your money, lose your ticket, and you're stuck.
Yeah.
So was the driver's shadow. Everywhere he would go to the bathroom, I would go to the bathroom with him. He would go eat, I would go eat with him. Everything he was doing, I was with him. He was like, he looked at me like, man, you crazy? I say, no, I don't speak English. Sorry. He's like, oh, whatever.
The creepy guy on the bus.
The creepy Brazilian guy. And I remember on the first day that we are leaving Miami. That was the first couple hours in the bus. And this guy, like I remember seeing his face, was the bus got stopped by a police checkpoint. And this guy was like just like the guys I saw in the movie. White, he was so white that he was red because he was in the sun all day. And his eye was blue, but blue like really blue.
Yeah.
And he like pointed to the bag, pointed to the people, pointed to the bag, coming all the way from the front. So he got to my row, pointed to the bag, pointed to the Cuban. The Cuban say like, yes, and then something else, no, it's okay. So like, okay, so he looked at me. No, he said yes, something, and I didn't know what he said after. So then the guy looked at me, pointed to the bag, pointed at me, and said like, yes. He said something else, yes, and then he put his hand on his gun. Ooh. And the Cuban dude looked at me like, he just asked if you had drugs, and you say yes. I was like, no. He was like, where are you from? Brazil. I said, let me see your passport. So I had passport. Oh, you boxer? Huh? Yeah. I looked at the guy. The Cuban, he translated to me. He's like, yeah, boxer. So you going to Las Vegas? I looked at the guy. Yeah, Las Vegas. I was like, that was the awkward moment on the beginning. And then he was like, okay, you have no drugs on the bag? And the guy told me, I asked him, like, no drugs. Can I check? I said, yeah. I was being translated at the time, but he didn't check. He said like, okay, we're leaving. But he went all the way to the door, started going down the stairs, stopped, came back, close to me, look at the guy, just pointed, told him to don't say anything, look at me like ask me the same questions again, but I didn't remember the question. Like, do you have any drugs? I like, yes. He started laughing and left.
I just wanted to hear you say it again.
He just asking you again if you have drugs and say yes. I don't know what to say. But then 5 days later, I arrived in Los Angeles, called the dude, and he sent me a Western Union money after screaming, yelling at me, say, why you in LA? And I slept one day in a bus station and then got the first bus to Vegas the next day.
Wow.
And that's how everything started.
That's how you got to America. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, I tell everyone I didn't came in a boat. I didn't swim because I don't know how to swim. But I got a long ride in the bus.
Yeah, you did. Wow, that's great, man. That's a great story. Well, you got more stories coming. So, question number 1 about hope. What's your definition or favorite quote about hope?
Definition of hope is like they never give up. It's like you're always looking forward for something in your life. As we say in Brazil, we say in Portuguese, esperança é a última que morre. It's like translates to hope is the last thing that dies. So we gotta keep it, because at the end of the day, when you hope dies, everything else dies. Because if you don't hope to have something else, you don't have the mindset, the thing in your head, you live for nothing, and you're done.
Wow, you're right. You're really right. That's a great way to say that. Thank you. And then question number 2, who's shared a lot of hope with you? Who's been the best giver of hope in your life?
This is my mother.
Tell me about her. Why is she such a powerful giver of hope? Who's she?
My mom is she's a fighter. She's the warrior. He's a woman that she's everything for me. She's my number one. My number one person in the world. So like everybody that I always tell a girl when I meet a girl, like when a girl talking about, I say like, you number 2 because my number 1 is my mother.
Good.
And because I remember by being young, we would see her go out of her ways to give us the best what we could have. My father died, I was young, so she raised me and my brother. And she would do everything that she could do to keep us happy and healthy and fed. And she never lost hope. Even when things were bad, she look at me like, you see, that's not going the way you're supposed to go. Just look at the same picture with the other eyes. Like everything that happens to us, it has a positive thing on it. So for even worse than it is, we have to try to look the best, so we can try to get the best out of everything, I guess.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome to have a parent like that to really instill that in your heart and give you a chance, you know?
I mean, she's mean. She would yell at me and beat me and slap me when I did some wrong things, but that's the parents' part of it. I think that's what made me what I am today. Like, you see the things I see.
Huh.
I think I lost a lot of the way that I had before. Like, I would always see something as a positive. Even the bad things, I would stop and like, no, hold on. Is even like when I got here, that everything went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I would like look, no, hold on. There's a chance to make it right or go somewhere else, and I would never give up on something. But I think during the years, we getting more and more into the, especially for being in Vegas, I guess, more into the money, more into the properties and things, and we lose a little bit of the heart,
mm-hmm.
which is I think I caught myself on the right time, and I'm trying to go back or try to be the way I am, not letting anything else change who I am. Because that's my original me, so that I have to keep the way.
Yeah, boy, it's so true. Money and friends and peer pressure and just trying to be somebody else really does change us. It's good to go back and be who you really are. So tell me, at number 3, what's a time, or when has been a time in your life when you've really had to lean hard on that hope of just not quitting, not letting hope die? What's going on back there where you've really had to fall back on hope?
I have to go back to. It was something that happened when I was young. I wasn't young. I was like 17, 18, I think. That we have to find another place to live, and was a really hard time because my mom was out of job. I was hurt and wasn't competing. I was hurt, that really hurt, because when I broke my jaw, yeah, that was the time. And I was back with the job, but I couldn't compete, so I wasn't getting paid for. And then we had a really hard time finding a place to stay. I found she got a place to stay. We found, and I went to stay a little bit at my gym where I used to live. I used to train. That when I decided to move and stay at the gym for a while after that, and that was the first time I went out of home to live. But that was the time because we saw that everything was bad, and that's a point that we just look at and say, and you think like, oh no, now is no way that I'm gonna get that happen. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to. And I was believing that no, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Something's gonna happen. When you hope, I think hope is a feeling. I don't know if it's a feeling. I don't know how we can describe hope, but it's something so strong that I was hoping that something would go right, and I got called. That was exactly when I got called to be a sparring partner of a friend of mine. There was a boxer, really good boxer, was one of the top boxers in Brazil. They called me to spar him, and that was when all that payment came in advance, and I was able to get my mom to a place, rented a house, to stay in a house. Now we own where she lives, so I bought something for her.
Wow.
That's
sweet. It's sweet of you to do that, and it's a great story of something coming at the last minute, and you really, really are down and out, and you need some help.
Yeah, sometimes you just look at things, and I'm not gonna say that there are times that you think there's no hope. Sometimes you just some things is so severe, is happening in a way that you just think that you think that it is the end, and you're not gonna be able to do anything else, and it's like, now I'm done. Now I can't keep going. I can't find a way. But it is always a way. It is always a way. It's like when I say, like, if you're in a dark room, and if you're in a room without lights and you open your eyes, you can't see. You're just seeing the darkness because the light's there. You don't see nothing in nothing. So it has to be something in it. And I think that's the way you gotta look. You gotta look at the darkness, find the light, and follow it. Go ahead, go get it.
That's a good point. So the only way we know that it's dark is because we also know that there really is light out there. There has to be some light. You have to have contrast, even though it's dark.
Yes.
Good point. Great point. So, question number 4: how are you sharing hope today? What are you doing in your life today to deliver hope to yourself or to other people?
How do I share hope today?
You mentioned when we met a few weeks ago, you mentioned some things you were doing when you get to go home, once or twice a year.
Yeah, we do. Every time we go home on the end of the year, I mean, even if I'm not there, we have, it is a toy drive that we start. We start with the food. We are 4 friends, and we would get our money and get out together, buy a bunch of food, and give to the people that don't have anything. And wouldn't be many people. It would be like just a small amount of people. Then we'd upgrade from the food to the toys. We'd have just a little bit of food, but we still do the toy drive and give it. It's not a toy drive. It's just like park somewhere, and now the kids come and get the toys. That's all we do. We're too lazy to walk around the toys, so they have to come to get it. And the best thing that we did one time was, we always did that, and one of my friends started to date somebody that was working on a TV station in Brazil. And this girl just told her friends about it. who told their friends and told their friends. And in the end of the day, the idea was on the director of the TV itself. And they had a really huge event that day because everybody gave something. They had sponsors giving like baskets with Christmas food for all the people and a lot of toys, clowns and Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It was one of the best. That was in 2011. That was the best one we had. And the other years we went back to the same way we did it before, but that was the best of the best.
That's really great. That's a really good idea. That's such a practical, easy thing to do. Also, you didn't have to go get fancy at first. You just started collecting toys.
No, we
and
just started collecting and giving something back, and then somebody else sees and decides it's good to help, and we grew the network like that.
You know, the stories of I guess Santa Claus it's become Santa Claus, but Saint Nicholas or however all that started, it sounds kind of similar. He just evidently the traditional beginnings of that is he just started collecting some stuff and giving it to kids and making sure they had something, and it just got bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Like, I don't usually give money when I walk. Like people that has homeless, they ask for money. I don't give money, but I offer them food, and I don't mind stopping my car and going to go. Because I remember one day I was driving. It was cold, and the guy was asking for money. I was going to work. I asked him like, "You wanna eat?" Because I don't have money. I have my card. They're like, yeah, I want to eat something. I said, like, okay, let's go to the McDonald's. They're like, no, I'm not able to. I can't get into the store. They don't let me go into the store. So like, yeah, you get into the store, you go with me. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm dirty. I'm not going to the store. Yeah, you go into the store. So he got into the store and with me, and the lady on the counter said, like, he can't stay here. So like, he's going to eat. I'm going to eat here. I can't stay here. He's going to stay here because I'm paying for it. Oh, we know I want him to stay here because the other customers are going to feel bad. So like, it's not my problem. I'm paying for it, so I want him to stay over here with me because I'm buying his food. And can we sit in the corner? We sit all the way in the corner away from everybody. Like, are you sure? I say, yeah. So I sat down on the corner. They gave him the burger and saw that he was like, so you see the tears in his eyes. And I was like, thank you. But it's like, it's food. We don't know the tomorrow. And life is a coin. It has two sides. Today we're one side, tomorrow can be another side. I don't deserve that. I don't wish that to anybody. But I don't know. We never know tomorrow. And I think we treat people as well as we want to be treated in any circumstances anyway.
Boy, great points. Thanks for sharing all that. So question number 5 about hope, the last of our little research questions. What can we do if I'm learning to be a more hopeful person or share more hope? What should I start doing? Give me some simple steps. What do I do right now?
I'm going to start like how to be hopeful. I think that's a good way to start, and then we go move into the how to share that with other people.
Great.
But like if you can't do for ourselves, you're not able to do for nobody else. And no matter how good heart we have, if you're not able to stop and think about everything we do, how we do, and how things are, and there are bad days, there are good days, but it's always something that's the worst life can be to us is somebody else that has a harder life, and they are doing their best to be happy and wait for a better future. So we have to look at things in different ways, 2 ways. Like what is bad today is not the worst because we are alive, we are breathing, we are walking, we are talking, we sing, and we have all the opportunities in life as long as God let us wake up in the morning and go do our chores, do our daily tasks. We are alive, and we are hopeful. We have to have that hope that every day is a new day, and every moment is a new moment, and every day gonna be better. Tomorrow gonna be better than today. Today is better than yesterday, and after tomorrow is gonna be better than tomorrow, and so on. And how we share that with the other people is just like being positive. If you show you positive energy to anyone, and if you take the good deeds with you, like you smile. Sometimes you don't need much to share hope. You just need a smile. A smile is a powerful thing. It can make somebody else's day the best day of their lives. Like if you see someone down and they see a really, really, really true smile. That's a difference of you smiling and you have like a real smile, a true, something that comes from your heart. And sometimes those little things, they help a lot on somebody else's life, somebody else's day. And the positive, be positive. We gotta see life as the best thing that we have, because it is actually the best thing.
Wow.
It's like I said that's a little quote that I don't know what I heard, but it says that we are born without asking and we die without knowing. So on the middle, and the between one to the other, we have to do our best and make life best and just be ourselves.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good practical steps. Just knowing first hope in our own selves, and just realizing that there is another day, there is a tomorrow, there really is light that you can find, a little crack in the door, the window in the dark room that you may be in. And once you get a hold of that light, once you get a little more glimpse of it, then you can start leading someone else to it as well.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Don't like, to everyone that's gonna be hearing this, don't take it wrong. Like say like, I don't know what you're going through. You don't know what I'm going through. We don't know what anyone else is going through. And sometimes we just think that our problems are the worst things in life. But like, that doesn't mean just because somebody's having a bad day, so because someone has worse than you, that you're not gonna be happy because someone else is better than you. It's like it's two sides of the coin. But if you see yourself is really bad, if your problems are like the most horrible problems in the world and you're not able to handle it, stop, think, and sometimes hope comes from another people. We just need to extend our hand and ask for help, and that's most people don't do. We don't do. I don't do it. I know how hard it is when you have the pride. You don't want to ask someone for help, but sometimes the help is just a word. Somebody comes to you and talk to you a little bit, and you get refreshed, you get showered that good energy, and then you're able to follow and see your things and follow through and go ahead and go keep working.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Just asking for help, man. That's so practical, because it is so hard to admit that I need help.
And it is super hard to do, because some people say like, no, I have my own. I'm proud. I have too much pride to ask for someone to extend a hand to me. But that's the thing. Like if you're able to give help, you can get help too.
Yeah. Nice job, man. Nice job. So last question on the way out, just for fun. What do you listen to when you want to feel more hope or happy or just have some fun? What are you going to crank up in your earbuds?
I like every kind of music. The one that's made for me, even though it was not, is still the India E. It's called "There Is Hope." That's the song. And that's one that is my favorite. First time I heard that song, I was like, wow, hold on, I like it. And I kept hearing. But that's another few songs that I like more up to the moment. That's one that's, let me see, how's the name of it?
There Is Hope. Like and who's the author, or who's the artist?
India Ari.
India Ari. I got her. Yeah, India Ari, yeah. All right.
Yeah, and I think the other one that's more recent is from is Day Script. The song is called Superheroes.
Superheroes.
Yeah, the video of the song, that's something that you look at and you, well, that's true, there's life. But that's the difference when people went through that, and or not even went through like a bad situation, they have to reroute yourself and make it going and going and going. So you keep your dreams up and you keep your hope to get it right, because that's how we do.
Yeah.
We hope to get it right always. But that song, that video on that song is like just so showed how hard people work and how we don't know how they what they go through, you know. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Sorry. Can you hear the audio?
Yes, I can.
Sorry. I was trying to find that song, but it started playing the commercial for.
Oh yeah, no.
Is that the one right there?
No, I can't hear your song.
Oh, you can't hear the music?
No.
Oh well.
I hear you talk, but I don't hear the music.
Man, I'm hearing music in my head. I don't know what's going on.
But it's like how I forgot how it starts.
Yeah, I've got it right here, man. It's let's see if I can get it to the words. I know the song. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've got the script, Superheroes up.
Yeah, Superheroes. That's
Oh yeah,
great song. I love the video in that song.
it is a great song. Yeah, it's a great one here on YouTube and Vimeo. Superheroes, the script, SCRIPT. Yeah, awesome job, man.
Yeah, but I listen all kinds of music. When sometimes I get home, like here, I just sit down and look at my dog, look at my wall, and start listening to some music and fly back to my childhood stories and revive my recent everything that happened to me and how I got here. And it is a long way. It's a long way. Life is. They say life's short. Life's not short. Life is long and it's a long and nice book. We just need to try to write the best as we can, because we read as we read as we write. So
wow.
Sometimes we can change, sometimes we can't.
Wow. We read as we write. You got some great quotes.
Yeah, that came out right now.
That was yours? That was your
yeah. Hey, actually talking to you is getting me like his mother. So
oh man, that's awesome. So you just came with your own quote. That was a really good one.
Came out with that. I'm just gonna write. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm writing it down, man. That's my quote. We read as we write. That's a good quote. All right, my friend. Great conversation. So, on the way out of here, if we get to find a few other people, I think you already answered this in the last clip of audio that I've got, so I'll just use that. You said there's two different boxers that you mentioned.
Yeah, two boxers that wanted to do it, like Pacquiao and Klitschko.
Yep, I'm gonna ask him. Yeah.
Klitschko like to be. It could be Vitaly, the older brother, because both are brothers are boxers.
Yeah.
But the older brother is the one running for the presidency of Ukraine.
Busy job.
That one that he is the guy. I think he's the one to share hope with everybody, because he has to share hope with the whole country.
Wow. Yeah. He's got to be a serious.
And that was somebody else that I would like to, because somebody that I dated. We don't really talk anymore. I don't know how we're gonna be here, but she's someone that has. I think she's got a really good energy on her. She's a lot of hope, and she's a nurse. And I think the nurses are the best to share hope with other people, because you have to do that every day. And that one, if you were able to contact her, I think would be great.
What's her name?
Jennifer.
And you can give me an email or something like that.
Yeah, I'll give you her email. You can mention that you spoke to me.
I can or I can't or can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just make sure you paint me as a good guy, not a bad guy.
Exactly.
And then the project, I think she would do it.
Okay.
She's someone that, because her love for what she does, like it's not the money, it's just the love of what she does. She gives hope to people, and she make see the world in a different way.
And tell me the name of the guy that's in the Ukraine again. What's his name?
Vitaly Klitschko.
Vitaly Klitschko. Okay. And then the gentleman that's a boxer, and I think he's a senator also in the Philippines. What's his name?
Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah, he's fighting Mayweather on May 2nd.
So he's really going to fight?
Yeah, they really do it.
Oh, Mayweather better be careful with that one.
MGM is sold out. They sold out the whole hotel rooms in 15 minutes.
So it's in Vegas this time?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Vegas.
I really thought Manny would back down from that one. Just he's got such a record going.
No, no, he's gonna do it. He
Because
wants
Manny
to
has
do.
a sweet chance at beating him.
Yeah, that's a good. It is a tough fight, but he could do it. He could do it because he has the advantage of being southpaw and super fast.
Well, that's really cool.
Mayweather is really smart and can adapt to pretty much any other style, but it's gonna be an amazing fight.
Wow.
And all the people are gonna win. The winners are the people that's gonna watch. They are gonna watch the fight.
Did you get a ticket?
Not yet. I'm trying to.
How much
I'm
are
trying
they?
hard.
Oh, they're
The
going.
cheapest one is like going to 1,000. They say the cheapest one is gonna open at $1,000,
Oh, wow.
but they are gonna be resold. So as soon as they go up, they're gonna be companies buying.
Yeah.
So there are already companies that are announcing them for like $2,800 for the cheapest, like all the way to the top of the MGM arena.
Incredible.
So even if I don't get with one of the commissioners or people from the camps in a lower price, I'm not gonna pay that much. It's too much money.
Yeah, that's way too much money.
Yeah, I can help a lot of people with $1,000.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
can do a lot of things. I can go different place. Other thing that I like to do is I don't know if it's gonna be off. If we're gonna put that into, it's like the ability to travel. Like I think anybody that could have a chance to travel anywhere, either if it's 100 miles away from your home or 5,000 miles from it, so you can see how life is outside your comfort zone, outside your house, outside your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that some people have less than what you think that is the poverty line for you, and they still waking up in the morning, smiling at each other, saying that like I love you to each other, and go to work and come back with that little that for some people it would be little, but some others you see that's a lot. For them it's a lot. It's like, so I think that if we all had a chance to go somewhere, for some place, it doesn't need to be a fancy place. Go somewhere. Don't stay in a fancy hotel. Don't stay in a. You don't need to spend a lot of money in the fancy hotel. You already spend a lot of money with the ticket.
Yeah.
Just go live how people live. Like enjoy their moments, see their lives, and help them somehow. Sometimes you just like for the fact of coming in and you stand in your hand, you helping some people a lot, and that's. We all need help. Okay, we're looking for hope, but maybe your hope is you're gonna find your hope going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe your hope is not inside your own head; it's outside.
Yeah.
You just need to give it a chance.
I think you're right. You really are. I'm experiencing that personally. You're absolutely right. So you've traveled a lot, 30-something countries, isn't that right?
Yeah, it was 37 countries.
All right, 37 countries, just rapid fire. Top 2 places you've been and top 2 places you want to go.
Top 2 places that I've been. Barcelona is winning because that's the place that I would move. I like the history on the city and the way people treat you.
Yeah.
North Korea was the other super place that he gets the top 2 just for the fact of being there.
Just because nobody gets to go in there. Yeah.
And
North
nobody
Korea.
gets
Wow.
to go in, and you like how you are treated. Like
Yeah.
they treat you nice and not nice in the same way. And then you have people that are around you 24/7. So they know if you go to the bathroom, they're right there looking at you like you're in the bathroom. No, not really, but kind of.
They want to make sure you're not going to look at something you
feel that
shouldn't.
way. Like,
All right, so Barcelona
yourself.
and North Korea were the top 2 on the list of 37 you've already been to. And all right, how about where you want to go? Where are the next 2?
I wanna go to Rwanda in Africa.
Ooh, yeah.
Rwanda, I wanna go to. It's because they have like lot of how you say, it's not a lot of history, but it had bad
They've
moments,
had the bad times, yeah.
the bad times. So I think there's a place to go visit, and I don't know, maybe we can help somehow do something.
I've got a friend who goes to Rwanda quite a bit. I need to connect you to him. He may figure out a way to help you get over there.
Oh, cool! That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I want to go to Petra, Jordan.
Really? Great.
Just because of the city of Petra. Actually, I want to go to, how we call that? Auschwitz? It's Auschwitz? the concentration camp in
Yeah,
Austria.
Auschwitz. It's
Yeah.
the concentration camp for the Nazi concentration camp. Yeah. Oh, I
Well,
know. I would love to see that
I
too.
wanted to go there just to I don't
Ex-
know, to
Yeah,
remember that things that we should never do.
I agree. I think there's something about being there, from what I've heard, people I know
Yeah,
who've been there, that it's
they
just
said that's the energy,
it's
and
powerful.
just because of that, it's not for. I don't know. I might go there and not even take a picture.
You know, some of the most horrible stories I've ever heard have come from survivors of that, and some of the most hopeful and forgiving people I've ever heard speak are the survivors of that. Like, they went
Yeah,
through the worst, and some of them came out very hopeful and strong. I think that's incredible.
yeah, because that's a place. That's a place that would that time in history. That's I think there's a place in time that you would really have to have hope because you never knew when if you would go home, if you would be alive, or what would happen to you. You don't know about your family. So every time that history, like the human kind, we are the smartest and the most monster living creature and this planet, because we are the only ones that will kill for no reason,
Mm.
and we're the only ones that try to take what does not belong to us just for the fact of having it.
Yeah.
Any other animal, they just the carnivores are lion. Lion just kill when he needs to eat,
Yeah.
and it doesn't do more than that,
Mm-hmm.
or when he feels threatened. But
You're
and
right.
whatever his is his, and that's it. But like we just are not like that. Like see, like we are destroying. We want to take over the whole planet, and we are destroying our planet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe my next two generations won't have anything,
Hmm.
and I don't know. It's just like crazy the way life goes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. We have so much capacity for bad and so much capacity for good, and
And it's the worst thing that we think about. Like some people are so smart, but so smart they're not smart to do good. They're smart to do bad.
I know. And if they just use their energy and their brains for something good, they'd be brilliant business people,
Yeah,
or whatever they.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like people like say like, oh, they wouldn't work, they wouldn't work, they wouldn't work. But it does work for doing bad things, the wrong things, right? So we work to do the right thing too.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
just gotta find it. But no, they are. It's all evolves to like who said somebody said the money is the necessary evil.
Hmm.
It is, because sometimes see people develop a way to get the money, but they don't want to work for it, so they use their way to do wrongfully getting their money,
Yeah, you're
and
right.
they do the shortcuts.
Yep.
Shortcuts doesn't work very well in life. So
No, they don't.
we gotta do the long way, and the long way is even better way because you see more things. You have a long vision, better view, a lot of more stories.
That's right. More stories to
I-
ask you
I
about.
think, I think I'm gonna be a really good grandfather. I'm gonna-
You are. You got the best
Sorry to
stories.
tell my grandchild. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, we gotta go to grandpa again. No, I don't wanna go. Gonna come up with that story when he came to Las Vegas.
Yeah, the same story. I've heard it a million
Yeah,
times.
like he told us, he never finished that story. Is everything like stop somewhere else? Because if I gonna think about it, if you think about it a little bit, it's always because as I'm talking to you, since the first time, I'll have more things come back to my memory. Like, yeah, I remember this now. I remember this. I remember that this happened, and it goes little because I never wrote down anything. I never have a diary, a place, a diary, You say?
Yeah, a diary. That's what people
Yeah, I
call
never
them.
had a diary
Yeah.
to write things down, and I never thought I should.
Okay, so on that note, we're done with the interview, by the way. On that, you did a great job, as I knew you would. Awesome. On that note, and the audio is perfect this time. This guy named David Hancock. He's the link I sent you the other day. That is a direct link to his calendar. David owns a publishing company called Morgan and James Publishing. It's in New York City, and he's had some really awesome books published. He publishes. I think right now he's publishing. I think he said 2,500 books a year his company puts on the market. A huge quantity. So anyway, he was actually one of the guests on I Share Hope a month or two ago. And he said he'd love to meet you. we were emailing the other day, and I kind of gave him a description of who you are, and he said he would be very interested in talking. And I told him I wouldn't mind helping you through the process either. Since you're not writing all this stuff down, sometimes it's helpful to get these things just talked out because your stories come out really well when you're talking.
Yeah, you're gonna come like he's coming as goes. Like I'm talking and things coming back to memory.
You've just you don't realize this, but you've just in 30 minutes of interview, the average interview comes up with 4,000 to 5,000 words, and I'll transcribe all this, or I won't, but Sharina will, and so all of this gets transcribed. Hi, Sharina. She's probably listening right now.
She's poor girl. She's gonna have hard work like this time. Like, what did he say? What did he just say?
She's really good. She knows what she's doing.
That accent's so strong. What did he say?
But Sharina transcribes all this, and so it only takes about 60 to 80,000 words to have a book. That's what most books are. So, I mean, you're 10% of a book. You just got done with 10% of a book already. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is really easy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
that gives you hope.
Yeah, good. I told David the other day that I could. I mean, I really, if he's into it, I don't mind scheduling, 10 conversations like this over the course of 6 weeks or something, where we can talk for 30 minutes, and I'm just going to keep asking you questions and drill down deeper and deeper and help you just stay in the direction of the story. And we could quickly turn this into 10 or 15 chapters that could be transcribed, and then he could do something with that.
I don't mind at all. Like if you have time to do it.
Yeah, let's do this first. Do this. Get that link that I sent you. Something like Talk with David or something like that.
Yeah, chatwithdavid.com.
Yeah, click the link, sign up on his calendar. It's free, and it's just his way of really getting to know the potential author to make sure that he understands who you are and you understand how this process works anyway. And then I think he's basically just going to tell you, hey, put together a little bit of an outline of the chapters that you think would be interesting or the main topics or stories of life or whatever you want to talk about. And then a chapter or two, and off to the races. And literally the interview that we're doing right now could probably literally be 2 chapters worth of material that you've already produced.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Get on that link and get scheduled with him. I better jump off the phone here in a second. I got one of my other staff folks is calling me they're ready for a meeting. But get that link going and let me know when you talk to him. Let me know when you're scheduled with him. Also, when you get scheduled, I'll shoot him a email real quick and say, hey, my buddy just scheduled with you. So,
okay, I'll do that right now, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, just shoot me a text, and I'll shoot him a text or an email. Yeah. And
hopefully we can get to talk to all the people, like Klitschko and Pacquiao especially. Klitschko especially.
Okay.
He's and Pacquiao, and then Jennifer too, if she.
Yeah. So send me Jennifer's email or phone number or something, and I'll find her, and I'll say only nice things about you, and that you just wished for years that you'd been back with her, and that it was the biggest mistake you ever made. And
oh no, don't say that.
I'm kidding, I won't. All right, man. She's
gonna say like he's crazy.
He's a stalker. No, you're good.
Fucking stalker. He's getting somebody to stalk me now.
Adriano, thanks for talking, man. It's been great talking to you.
My pleasure. Anytime, just let me know. We schedule times like this, and then we can go over.
That sounds great, man. All right, have a good night.
I'm gonna send you her email, and I'm also doing.
That sounds.
She's actually on my Facebook too.
Okay, well, yeah, connect us. And if you're already connected to her, do you want to just send a joint email to her and me, or messages both on Facebook, or is that kind of awkward? Would it be better if I reach out?
I think we better do it. It's gonna be kind of awkward.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't mind doing it.
It's okay.
I'll figure out a way.
Well, just send me her stuff, and I'll just shoot her a message and say, hey, I was talking to, Adriano, and he said that you're a person of hope, and he didn't want to make anything weird, but figured that you'd be a good person to interview for this research project. Is that simple enough?
Yeah. So like between all the names, yeah. It'll be cool. It'll be funny though. She'll do it. Because she has a really good heart.
Okay.
It just didn't work out.
Yeah, hey, I understand. That's life, man. Yeah. All right, buddy. Have a good night. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've just listened to I Share Hope, If you're ready to make a change, head to our website at isharehope.com and claim your free copy of the Top 10 Actions of Hope from World Leaders to use hope in your own life. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.